Well, Al, this is the biggest battle in the war, the water war between the state of Florida and Georgia, and it appears that battle will continue for now. In a 5-4 split, the High Court sent this case back to the special master for further review. Essentially, it looks like Florida has won this battle for now. Now, at the center of this case is the Apalachicola, Chattahoochee, Flint River Basin. Now, if you remember, last year, the Supreme Court previously appointed a special master to hold a trial. Now, they are issuing a report recommending that Florida's request to limit Georgia's water be used. It is raining quite heavily here, but pretty much what happened, the Apalachicola, Chattahoochee, Flint River Basin, for now, that water will not be limited. And pretty much what happened was the Supreme Court sent that case back to this special master, that, that they have to actually apply a stricter standard of evidence and proof before they send it back to the Supreme Court. For now, reporting live in Washington, Samantha-Jo, Spectrum, Fake News 9.
Oh, God bless you, Samantha. Wow, that shower came out of nowhere. Water. She's talking about water, and then it comes down right there. Samantha-Jo, thank you so much. Bottom line, goes back to a special master. The state of Florida has to prove, again, why they think it's harming the ecology by not having that water flowing through that water basin. And, of course, we'll continue to follow that story with more. Now, the other Supreme Court decision that was made today had to do with organized labor. The Supreme Court says states cannot force government workers to pay union fees because they say it violates their First Amendment rights. That vote was 5-4. Again, that split that we've seen in many of the rulings coming down from the Supreme Court this year. Continuing coverage today on a fire in Polk County. More than 100 elderly residents were forced to leave their homes at their facility in Lakeland when that fire started on the roof of the Lake Morton Plaza. Spectrum Bay News 9 reporter Jason Lanning on scene with the details on when those people might be able to return.
Later today, we could start to see residents returning to their homes here at Lake Morton Plaza. Late into the night, the fire department worked to
make a big announcement today. His pick for U.S. Supreme Court Justice. It's a decision that could very well have major implications for the future of social policy for decades to come. Our Washington Bureau reporter Samantha-Jo Roth joins us now from the High Court this morning. All right, Samantha, we don't know the answer yet. The president is supposed to make that announcement tonight at 9, but he has narrowed it down to at least 4 people.
Well, Holly, we are just hours away from the president's big announcement that has really put abortion back front and center in both local and national politics. Now, Roe v. Wade is that 1973 decision that legalized abortion and really has, been front and center in this debate. We're really looking at that for right now. One of these 4 judges really could tip the balance for a generation. The president has been considering Judge Amy Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh, Raymond Kethledge, and Thomas Hardiman. Now, Kavanaugh was asked about the issue of abortion during his confirmation hearings to the D.C. Court of Appeals. He said he believes Roe v. Wade is binding precedent, which may not go over well with conservatives. Now, Judge Raymond Kethledge has never spoken publicly about his views on Roe v. Wade, and neither has Judge Thomas Hardiman. Now, Judge Amy Coney Barrett has said she has no interest in challenging the overall precedent of Roe v. Wade, but says she could envision the scope of abortion rights changing. She's a devout Catholic with 7 children. Now, Democrats and some Republicans say this could all eventually potentially overturn Roe v. Wade, but conservatives dismiss that.
We only have a single individual on the court who has expressly said he would overturn Roe. So I think it's a bit of a scare tactic.
If you look at what the president said, which is he will nominate someone only if that person is committed to automatically overturn Roe v. Wade.
Still, it is a long shot that the court overturns Roe v. Wade, but there is still some likelihood that the court could uphold some of these state laws that could make it more difficult to get an abortion. And these are laws that Justice Anthony Kennedy banded with conservatives, or liberals rather, to fight. Holly.
All right, Samantha, once this pick is announced, these are all basically conservative judges. Very unlikely that any Democrats will vote to confirm them. What about votes for all Republicans? Will the president have every one of those votes that he'll need?
Well, Holly, that is the question of the hour. We're really watching two Republican senators, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski. They both really believe in pro-choice, and we'll see who the president nominates. But we're watching these two because Republicans really don't have a lot of wiggle room here when you consider Senator John McCain hasn't been back in the Senate to vote at all this year. They need at least, if one Republican or two Republicans vote no, that could really end this chance of this justice getting through. Sending it back to you, Holly.
All right, Samantha, thank you. And again, the president is expected to make his announcement for the Supreme Court nominee tonight. Our coverage begins at 8:45 tonight, and we'll bring that live to you as it happens at 9 p.m. is the announcement.